Hello students, a very good morning to all the students. So students, yesterday we have started with a new chapter, that is separation of substances. So today we are going to start with the next topic, that is method of separation. So students, there are different method of separation. So now we are going to understand about the same. So let's start. To separate a component from its mixture, we should first find out some of its properties that would be different from the remaining components of the mixture. So students, whenever we want to separate a component from its mixture, then what we need to do is we should first find out some properties that will be different from the remaining component of the mixture. Okay. So some simple method of separation of substances that are mixed together are as follows. So students, जब भी हमें कोई मिक्सचर से कंपोनेंट को सेपरेट करना होता है, then we have to know about the property of the substance which is different from the remaining component. Okay. So for that we are going to understand about this simple method of separation that are mixed together. Okay. So, separation of solid substances from a mixture. So, now we are going to understand about the separation of solid substances. Okay. So, number one is a hand picking. The grains and the pulses that we buy from the market may contain undesirable components like the small stones. So students, yesterday also we already understood about the grains and the pulses, and we come to know about the small stones that are present in the grains. So these components look very different from the food grains. So students, definitely the stones are different from the food grains. They are of different sizes and colors. So the color and the size of the stones will be different from the color and size of the food grains. So they can be seen easily. So students, as we know that the size and the color of the grains and the pulses are different from the size and color of the stones, so they can be easily seen. So such undesirable component can be removed by hand picking. So students, the stone are the undesirable, that means the unwanted components, so that can be removed by making the use of our hand. Okay, by picking it with the help of our hand. So now I am going to show you the process of hand picking. So this is the process of hand picking. So these are the pulses containing small piece of stone, and these are the pulses free from the stone. Okay, so this is the process of hand picking. So it is convenient method of separation only when, so this process of hand picking can be utilized only when, number A, the size, shape or the color of the unwanted substance is different from that of the useful one. So students, we can only separate the substance from the grains or the pulses only when the size, shape and the color of the unwanted substance is different from that of the useful one. Okay. So number B, the quantity of the mixture is small. So students, the quantity of this mixture is small. So in this case only we can remove the stones. So if I give you a bag full of pulses and if I ask you to just remove the stone, then will it be possible for you? Definitely it will be very difficult for you because the quantity is very large. So for removing the unwanted component from a mixture, the quantity should be small. Okay. Number 3 or number C, the unwanted substances or the substance is present in small quantity. So unless and until the unwanted substance is present in small quantity, we will not be able to remove it from the mixture. If the unwanted substance are present in a very large quantity, then we cannot separate them. Okay. So number 2 is threshing. So students, cereals like the wheat and the rice need to be separated from the stalk. So this one is the process of separation of the cereals or cereals like the wheat and the rice. So the process of separation or separating grains from the stalk by beating them on the ground or by using a machine is called threshing. So this is the process where a person is beating the stalk in the ground, or this is done with the help of a machine. So this whole process is known as threshing. So it is done in the following way. So this threshing can be done in the following way. Number 1 is in manual threshing. The farmer hold a pile of crops in his hand and hit it on the rock or any hard surface. So you can see a person or a farmer is holding a pile of crop in his hand, and then he will hit it on the rock or in the hard surface. So during this process, the grain separate from the stalk. Okay. So by doing this, the farmer is able to separate the grain from the stalk of the grain. Okay. So students, this is the manual threshing, and this is by the machine. So now you see number 3 is threshing can also be done by machine called the threshers. So I already told you this can be done with the help of a machine also. This machine is used for threshing large quantity of grain. So students, whenever there is a very small quantity of grain, then the farmer do it with the help of their hand only, and whenever there is a large quantity of grain, then the farmer use the machine. Okay. So number 3 is winnowing. So grain are separated from a mixture of grain like the wheat or the rice and husked by the method of winnowing, which is based on the property that grain are heavier than the husk. So students, so you can see this is a husk and these are the grains. So here it is said that the grains are heavier than the husks. So whenever we winnow them on the wind, then what happens? The grain will get separated on one side and the wheat will get separated on the other side. Okay. So the method of separating heavier and the lighter component of a mixture by wind or blowing air is called the winnowing. So this method is known as winnowing. Okay students. So as the husks are the very light component, so they will get separated, because by doing this the air will help the husks to get separate in different place, and the grain will get separated in the different place. So this is also very important and useful method of separating the mixtures. So students, I hope it is clear to you till here. So now I want all of you to read activity 1. It is very easy. If you find any kind of difficulty, you can ask me. So after reading activity 1, your homework is to perform this activity at your home. Okay. So now you have to read it, and if you find any kind of difficulty, you ask me immediately. Okay. So that you do not find any kind of problem doing the activity. Okay. So thank you and have a good day.